Good morning, all of you. I am Snehalata Kundia. Welcome you to my YouTube channel Biotic Brain. In today's lecture, we are going to study about the metabolism of nitrogen. Then let's start the topic. Nitrogen is a constituent of amino acid, protein, hormone, chlorophyll, and many of vitamins. Okay, if I'm saying that nitrogen is a constituent, that means without nitrogen, the amino acid cannot be synthesized. Okay, that's why I'm saying that nitrogen is a constituent of amino acids, protein, hormone, chlorophyll, and many of the vitamins. That means for the synthesis of the amino acid or for the formation of the amino acids, protein, hormone, chlorophyll, and vitamins, amino acid is the main constituent, or you can say it is the main element. Okay, then second point, nitrogen is the most abundant element in the earth atmosphere. How much? 78%. Okay, the 78% of nitrogen is already present in the earth atmosphere. Nitrogen is the important to all the living organisms, including us. It play a key role in the plant growth. Too little nitrogen and the plant cannot thrive, leading to the low crop yield. But too much of nitrogen can be toxic to the plant. So the nitrogen is necessary for the food supply, but excess nitrogen can harm the environment. Then what is the meaning of this sentence? See, nitrogen is the essential element for the growth of the plant. Okay, for the growth of plant. Okay, if it is a plant, okay, this plant required how much nitrogen? If thus required 50 volume of nitrogen. Okay, I am saying that this plant required 50 volume of nitrogen. Okay, that means then I have two options. Okay, if I provide 25 volume of nitrogen, okay, if I provide 25 volume of nitrogen, and in the second situation I will provide 55 volume of nitrogen. Okay, the plant requires nitrogen for its growth and development, and I am saying that this plant requires 50 volume of nitrogen. Okay, now I have two situations. Okay, in the first situation I provide 25 volume of nitrogen, and in the second situation I give 55 volume of nitrogen. In the 25 volume of nitrogen, you will going to see that low crop yield. Okay, that means the growth of the plant will be not properly occur. Okay, here low plant growth. But when I provide 55 volume of nitrogen, that means here you see that this nitrogen act as toxic gas for the plant. That means if this plant requires 50 volume of nitrogen and I am going to provide 25 volume of nitrogen, in this situation there will be low crop yield, and that plant going to show the low plant growth. But in this situation, when I provide the 55 volume of nitrogen, but the plant need only 50 volume of nitrogen, In that situation, the nitrogen concentration will be increased. In that way, the nitrogen act as a toxic element for the plant. So, for the proper growth of plant, you just need to be provide the proper concentration of nitrogen. Okay, if I provide 50 volume of nitrogen, then only you see the proper growth of the plant. Proper growth of the plant. But in the two situations, there will be low crop yield, low plant growth. There will be in the high situation, you will see toxic gas. So this nitrogen is going to be act like the toxic gas if the concentration will be more. Okay, so this is the meaning of that sentence. Here written that too little nitrogen and the plant cannot thrive, leading to the low crop yield. Okay, that means if the concentration of the nitrogen will be low, so there will be the crop yield will be low. But when the too much nitrogen is become toxic to the plant, and also excess nitrogen can harm the environment. Okay, I think all you understand about the introduction of the nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most abundant element in the Earth atmosphere. It's about 78%. But if you didn't give the proper concentration of nitrogen, then it leads to two situations. If the concentration will be less, then there will be low crop yield. When the concentration will be more, that nitrogen is going to act as the toxic for that plant, and that also harm the environment. So this is the complete introduction about the nitrogen. Then forms of nitrogen. There will be three forms of nitrogen. Okay, first one is the NO3 negative. Second one is the NO2 negative, and third one is the NH3, that is the ammonia. Then see. This is the nitrogen. Okay. This is nitrogen. Nitrogen have three forms. Nitrogen have three forms. First one is the NH3. That is nothing but ammonia. Then second one is the NO3 negative. That is nitrate. Okay. And the third one is the NO2 negative. That is nitrite. Okay. These are the three forms of nitrogen. Then how to remember? Always the students being confused between the NO3 and NO2. And always remember, this is the most observable form of nitrogen. Form of nitrogen. Okay. So how to remember about the nitrate and the nitrite? Okay. Always remember, if 3 is given, that means here will be the 2, here will be the 3. 3 is greater. That's why it is the most observable form of the nitrogen. Because 3 is greater. The greater one is the most observed form. Okay. Then 3 is greater, and always remember, here there will be A, here there will be I. In the alphabet, A will be comes first. Okay, the greater one having the A. Okay, because it comes first. Then the second thing is the 2. So it is smaller than the 3. That's why that is the latter form. That is the I. Okay. So always remember NO3 negative is nothing but the first one. That is the A1. That is the nitrate. Because it is greater. So it comes first. That means A comes first. That means it is the nitrate. But when you go for the NO2 negative, okay, that is the nitrite. What? Nitrite. It is I. It is smaller, 2. That's why it is the nitrite. Okay. These are the 3 forms of nitrogen. First one is the ammonia. Second one is the nitrate. Third one is the nitrite. Never confuse between the nitrate and the nitrite. Always the students become confused between the which one is the NO3 and which one is the NO2. Always remember greater one is the alphabet A, that means nitrate. And the smaller one, that is the 2, it is the nitrite. Okay. And the most observed form of nitrogen is the NO3 negative. Okay. I think this confusion is completely clear. Then move to the slide. See, different form of nitrogen. Okay, here N2 in the atmosphere, the N2 is always being having the 3 covalent bond with the N. Okay, and it have the first form is the NO3 negative. NO3 means 3 is greater, so A, that is nitrate. Then second one is the NO2 negative, that is the O2, that means I, that is nitrite. And the third one is the NH3, that is the ammonia. Okay. So I think all you clear about the 3 form of nitrogen. Then about the nitrogen fixation. Okay. Any natural or the industrial process that causes the free nitrogen, that is N2, to convert into the more reactive nitrogen oxide, such as the ammonia, nitrate, and the nitrite. Okay. Nitrogen fixation is a process. It can occur naturally or it can occur industrial process with the help of industry, with the help of humans, that cause the free nitrogen, that is N2. N2 means there will be 3 covalent bond between the N and the N. Okay, to convert into the more reactive nitrogen oxide. यहाँ पे nitrogen oxide क्या क्या है? The ammonia, the nitrate, the nitrite. These are the 3 nitrogen oxides. Okay, the process by which the N2 is going to convert into the 3 nitrogen oxide, that is called nitrogen fixation. Okay, it can occur by the help of biological, it can occur with the help of industrial, it can occur with the help of electrical. So these are the 3 processes by which the nitrogen fixation can occur. Okay, so these are the 3 processes by which the nitrogen fixation can occur. And the nitrogen fixation is nothing but the process by which you have to, or by with the help of nature, the nitrogen that is present in the, kahan pe? In the atmosphere, is going to convert into the nitrogen oxide. The nitrogen oxide is nothing but the 3 form of nitrogen, that is the ammonia, that is the nitrate, and third thing is the nitrite. Okay, so the complete process is nothing but the nitrogen fixation. Now see about the real mechanism of the nitrogen fixation. Okay, Here see, here the atmospheric N2, that means here the N is having the 3 covalent bond of N. Okay, this is the atmospheric N2. Okay, this will convert into with the help of biological N2 fixation. What is the meaning of biological N2 fixation? Biological means with the help of biological agents. Okay, so that is the process of biological fixation. If the atmospheric N2 is converted into the ammonia, that is the NH3, with the help of biological agents like different type of the bacteria, they will help the atmospheric nitrogen to convert into the ammonia. Then that process is nothing but the biological fixation. Okay, then the second is the industrial N2 fixation. That means with the help of the industry or with the help of the humans, the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the ammonia. Then third one is the electrical N2 fixation. That means with the help of what? Electrical. That means lightning. The atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the NO3 negative. I'm not saying that always the N2 is going to convert into the NH3, that is the ammonia. I already said that nitrogen fixation means the atmospheric N2, that is a free nitrogen, is going to convert into the 3 oxides. And in this 3 oxide, the ammonia, second one is the nitrate, third one is the nitrite. These are the 3 oxide of the nitrogens. So any of these 3 oxide is going to convert by the help of the atmospheric N2. So that process is the nitrogen fixation. But in the case of biological and industrial fixation, the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the ammonia. But in the electrical N2 fixation, that means with the help of lightning, the atmospheric N2, which having the 3 covalent bond between the 2 molecule of N, that going to convert into the NO3 negative. Okay, so these are the 3 nitrogen fixation process by which the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the 3 nitrogen oxides. Okay, now finally in the soil, the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the 3 oxides, and these 3 oxides are mainly present in the soil. Okay, now that soil is going to taken up by the plant biomass. That means the plant species is present in the soil. That means because of presence of the plant in the soil, these 3 oxides are going to uptake by the plant. That means in this situation, okay, this is the plant biomass. When this plant biomass is going to uptake all the oxides, in that situation, the nitrogen oxides are more in the, kahan pe? In the plant biomass. Because that is uptake by the plant biomass. From where? From the soil. Already the atmospheric N2 is converted into the 3 oxide of nitrogen with the help of the nitrogen fixation. And these 3 oxide of nitrogen are already present in the soil. Kahan pe? In the soil. And now from this soil, the plant biomass is going to uptake. Now, after uptake, all the nitrogen oxides, that is the ammonia, nitrate, third thing is the nitrites, are more in the plant biomass. Okay, then when the plant biomass is eaten by the animal biomass, first thing they are present in the soil, then they are taken by the plant biomass, and now this plant biomass is going to taken up by the animal biomass. Okay, in that situation, the concentration of the nitrogen oxide will be more in the animal biomass. Okay, after the animal death, okay, after the animal death, all the biomass, that is the 3 oxide of this nitrogen, is going to be decay. That means when the animal biomass is going to be dead. Now, because of this death, the animal biomass all are going to be degraded. Okay, that is in the soil. And now this degraded form of this nitrogen, that is the NO3 negative, then NO2 negative, that will be more as the degraded form, or you can say the decaying biomass. Okay, now this degraded biomass, this degraded form of biomass is going back to the soil. Okay, and that process is nothing but the ammonification. Okay, I think you all understand about the nitrogen fixation cycle. Now see, I'm summarizing the different points. The atmospheric N2 is going to convert into 3 oxide of nitrogen. Okay, then after the formation of 3 oxide of nitrogen, the plant biomass is going to uptake all the oxides. After that, the animal biomass is going to be uptake the 3 oxides. Now, after the death of this animal, the all animals are going to be degraded where in the soil. And in now this decaying biomass is completely transferred to the soil. That means now in this cycle, in this cycle, the 3 form of nitrogen is going back to the soil. Okay, so this is the complete process of the what? Nitrogen fixation. The next slide. Okay, now we are going to see the different process or different mechanism of this nitrogen fixation. Okay, then let's understand the fixation process. Okay. The first thing is the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the NH3. That is the ammonia. Okay, what? It's the ammonia. It is the atmospheric N2. Okay, I already said that the atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the ammonia with the help of different nitrogen fixation process. नीचे में लिख लेती हूँ. That is nitrogen fixation process. Okay, so here the atmospheric N2 is converted into the NH3, that is the ammonia, with the help of nitrogen fixation process. Then this NH3, that is the ammonia, is now present in the soil. Always remember the location. Okay, here the N2 is present in the atmosphere, and now I am saying that the atmospheric N2 is converted into the ammonia with the help of nitrogen fixation process. Okay, Now, this NH3, that is the ammonia, is already present in the soil. कहाँ पे? In the soil. Okay. Now, this NH3, that is the ammonia, is going to convert into nitrite. Already said 2 means I. That means nitrite. Okay. Now, this ammonia is going to convert into the nitrite. Okay. With the help of one of the bacteria, remember that is called Nitrosomonas. Okay. Here, the bacteria is called Nitrosomonas. That bacteria is going to convert into the NH3 into the NO2 negative. Here also the location will be the soil. Now this NO2 negative is going to convert into NO3 negative. That is the nitrate. Okay, this is the nitrate process. And here one of the bacteria is the Nitrobacter. This is the bacteria who is going to help in converting the nitrite into the nitrate. Then how to remember these two bacteria? Always remember SB. What? SB. First one is the Nitrosomonas. Second one is the Nitrobacter. Okay. This is the way to remember the name of the bacteria. The first one is the NH3 is going to convert into the NO2 negative. Then the NO2 negative is going to convert into the NO3 negative. The first reaction is going to done by the Nitrosomonas. S for the somonas. is याद रखो. Okay. Then second one is the B. SB. ऐसे याद रख लो. S for the science and B for the biology. पहले साइंस का एक पार्ट है बायोलॉजी. ऐसे याद रख लो. ठीक है. So first one is the Nitrosomonas. Second one is the bacter. That is the Nitrobacter. Okay. Now the location of the nitrate is also कहाँ पे? In the soil. Okay. Then next go to the next step. Now this NO3 negative is present in the soil. Now this is uptake by the which one? Plant biomass. So this one is going to the कहाँ पे? In the leaf. In the leaf. Okay. और वहां पे कौन सी कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा? To the NH3 plus. Means this NO3 negative is going to convert into the ammonia again. But this ammonia is present in the soil. But this ammonia is present in the leaf surface. Why? Because this NO3 negative is going to uptake by the plant biomass. That's why this ammonia is present in the leaf surface of the plant. Okay. Now this ammonia is utilized for the production of the amines. क्या प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए? Amine. And this amine is going to convert into the amino acid. I think in the first line of my topic, I already said that nitrogen is the main constituent for the production of the or for the synthesis of the amino acid. Right? And this is the complete process from atmospheric N2 to the amino acid. The initiation process is the atmospheric N2 that is converted into the ammonia. then convert into the nitrite, then convert into the nitrate, and again it is converted into the ammonia. And this ammonia is utilized for the formation of the amines. And these amines became the precursor for the production of the amino acid. Okay. Then this ammonia is completely utilized for the production of the amino acid. Now move to this nitrate. Okay. Now this nitrate is going to convert into the organic N2. Okay. This nitrate is going to convert into the organic N2. Okay. Now I am saying that this ammonia is already utilized for the production of the amines and then the amino acid. But what about this nitrate? This is the absorbed form. This is the most absorbed form of the nitrogen. That is the nitrate. Now this nitrate is going to convert into the organic N2. Remember, here I am saying that this is the atmospheric N2. But in this situation, I am telling that it is the organic N2. That means now this plant, here there will be the soil. Okay. In the soil, there will be the plant species. And these plant species are already completely became dead. Other animal species are completely, after uptake of the oxides, they are going to be dead. After the completion of their lifespan. I am not saying that after uptake of this oxide, they are going to be dead. No. I am saying that they utilize this nitrate or they utilize the three oxides of nitrogen during their lifetime for the survival. But after the completion of the lifespan, one day they are going to be dead. It may be the plant species or the animal species. That means now after the death, the nitrate is going to be converted into the organic N2. Okay. And that process is nothing but the denitrification. What? Denitrification. Why this D? Because you started from the N2 and now you are going to back to the N2. That means D. Okay, that is the denitrification. Now, this organic N2 is going to the kahan pe? In the form of NH3. That means this organic N2 is going to convert to the ammonia with the process of ammonification. What? Ammonification. Okay. So this is the process of ammonification. Okay. I think you understand all the complete schematic diagram of the nitrogen fixation. Okay. The first one is the atmospheric N2. This atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the NH3. And then this NH3 is going to convert into the nitrite. And then nitrite is going to convert into the nitrate. Okay. Now this nitrate is going to convert into the amino acid. That is the, sorry, this nitrate is going to convert into the ammonia. And now this ammonia is going to convert into the amino acid. But what about the nitrate? The nitrate is going to convert into the organic N2. Now this organic N2 is going to convert into the NH3. That is called the ammonification process. And always remember SB. S for science, S for nitrosomonas. B for bio, B for nitrobacter. Okay. I think all you clear out all the doubt about the nitrogen fixation. This is the complete nitrogen cycle. So nitrogen exists as the two nitrogen atom joined by the very strong triple covalent bond. I already said that the atmospheric N2 having the three triple covalent bond, right? And the process of conversion of the nitrogen to the ammonia is termed as the nitrogen fixation, right? The nitrogen fixation is of three types. First one is the biological nitrogen fixation, second one is the electrical nitrogen fixation, and third one is the industrial nitrogen fixation. So in nature, the lightning and the ultraviolet radiation provide enough energy to convert the nitrogen into the nitrogen oxide. I already said about it. The nitrogen oxides are nothing but the first one is the NH3, that is the ammonia. Second one is the NO2 negative, that is the nitrite, and NO3 negative is the nitrate. So these are the three nitrogen oxide. With the help of nitrogen fixation, they are converted from the nitrogen to the nitrogen oxide. Okay. And in nature, the lightning and the ultraviolet radiation, that means this is the process of the electrical nitrogen fixation. Okay. Now, the second thing is the industrial combustion, the forest fire, automobile exhaust, and the power generating station are also the source of the atmospheric nitrogen oxide. That means this is the process of the industrial nitrogen fixation, right? And the third one is the decomposition of the organic nitrogen of the dead plant or the animals into the ammonia. It is called as the ammonification. That means here I already said that the organic nitrogen that is already present in the soil due to the death of the plant species and the animal species, that will convert into the ammonia with the help of ammonification, right? Then the fourth one is the sum of this ammonia volatile and re-enter the atmosphere, but most of they are converted into the nitrate by the soil bacteria. Okay, I already said that the ammonia is volatile. That means that will evaporate, huh? And re-enter the atmosphere. Then that will be re-enter into the atmosphere. But most of it's convert into the nitrate with the help of soil bacteria. That means I already said that the NH3 will convert into the NO2 negative with the help of Nitrosomonas bacteria. And the second one is the NO2 negative is going to convert into the NO3 negative with the help of Nitrobacter. So this is the step that some of this ammonia will convert into the nitrate by the soil bacteria. The soil bacteria are nothing but the Nitrosomonas bacteria, and second one is the, which one? That is the Nitrobacter. Okay. Then last point is the ammonia is the fast oxidized into the nitrate by the help of Nitrosomonas, right? The first thing is the ammonia will be converted into the nitrate. Nitrates means NO2 negative with the help of Nitrosomonas. Okay. Then the nitrate is further oxidized by the, oxidized to the nitrate with the help of, that is, Nitrobacter. Okay. These steps are called as the nitrification. That means I am saying that NH3 is converted into the NO2 negative and then convert into the NO3 negative. This complete process is nothing but the what? That is the nitrification process. Okay. And this process is done by the nitrifying bacteria. That is, they are nothing but the chemoautotrophs. Okay. Then the nitrate thus formed is absorbed by the plants and they transport to the leaves. In the leaves, it is reduced to form the ammonia, and that is finally form the amine group of amino acid. That means the amino acid having the two group. One is the amine group, second one is the carboxyl group. And this amine group is provided by the what? That is provided by the nitrate. Okay. So this nitrate is contributing the amine group of the amino acid. In which way? By converting to the ammonia. Okay. Then the last point is the nitrate present in the soil is also reduced to the nitrogen by the process of nitrification. I already said that some of the nitrate will be converted into the ammonia, and this ammonia is going to produce the amine group for the amino acid synthesis. But this nitrate also is going to convert into the nitrogen with the help of denitrifying bacteria, or you can say that the process of denitrification. And this denitrification carried out by the bacteria that is called Pseudomonas and the Thiobacillus. Okay, I think completely you understand about the nitrogen cycle. If you have any problem or any doubt regarding this nitrogen cycle, message me on the chat box, or you can message me on my email. Okay, thank you.